The wonderful forests of Angkor that surround these beautiful temples used to contain a complete cross-section of all Cambodian wildlife. Unfortunately, this has been hunted out and there's very little wildlife here now. And we at Wildlife Alliance see this as an ideal place to implement a rehabilitation program for rescued wildlife. And we contacted the authorities, Apsara, and also the Cambodian Forestry Administration, who oversee all the wildlife in the country. And we got permission from both authorities and brought the first pair of pileated gibbons. We released them at the end of 2012, and the project's gone very well. Their names are Bayon and Tevy. They were an extremely closely bonded pair. They duet together, which is another sign of bonding. And they've now had a little baby on September the 3rd of 2014, and the baby's doing really well. In the meantime, we also released a trio of silvered langurs within this forest. Yesterday, on June the 30th, we released the second pair of pileated gibbons into the forest here. Their names are Bayon and Tevy. Bayon being the name of a temple that is nearby, the release site, and Tevy, years and years ago, one of the first architects of Angkor. These gibbons have now left their release enclosure, which they were in. Actually, we kept them in their release enclosure for quite a long time this time. Usually it's only around 6 months. This time it was around 11 months to make sure that they bonded as a pair, which is what we like to do when we release gibbons. Now it's day 2 of the release of Bayon and Tevy, and things are going well. Bayon, who actually was originally a wild gibbon, is making his way through the forest nicely, still remaining in the area of the release enclosure. Tevy, the girl, she's finding her way a little bit more cautiously, but both are fine, both are still together, and we just have to hope that he and Tevy bond as closely as Bayon and Tevy have done. When releasing wildlife, this isn't just a question of throwing them away into the forest. If we do that, then we can't say that we've been successful or not, because we won't know, and perhaps the animals have gone and met their end in some way or another. So we monitor them to see if we can improve our techniques and to ensure that they aren't falling into any problems themselves or causing local people problems. So of course we have staff here monitoring these gibbons to make sure everything's going fine, to make sure that we can improve things if we need to, that the gibbons are adapting successfully, and to make sure there's sufficient provisions of food and whatever else is needed. We'll make sure that the gibbons stay in an area that we feel is safe until they actually learn their own skills and their own way to behave in a forest. Throughout Cambodia and the rest of the world, forests are being destroyed and wildlife is being killed everywhere. We have to try and turn the tide, and we see this project, such a focal project, as an ideal opportunity to show the rest of the world what can be done with hard work and desire. We have to bring people together to understand the value of our natural heritage throughout the world. We've started this project. Others have done similar elsewhere, and but we hope that this will be an example for everyone. Their natural heritage, the world's natural heritage, is valuable and must be conserved. We must never forget that we have not inherited this natural world from our forefathers, but we're borrowing it from our grandchildren. Let's leave them something worth having.